New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that.
Okay.
Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah, there was no reason to get insulted at
myself.
that.
Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
Intrigued.
You're right.
I'm gonna
I
be a
didn't
nice
choose to get
guy.
Augmented. And I still don't know if I would have if given the choice. But today felt good. Surprisingly good.
Dr. Reed said you'd take to them. Said it was in your genes. Just be careful, okay? A lot of people think there's a reason the human body rejects this technology over time.
I didn't peg you for the type who gets caught up in metaphysical debates, Malik.
I'm not. I told you myself, I've got neuro enhancements. I'm just saying the choices we do get to make inevitably have consequences.
Yeah. Tell that to the bastard who did this to me.
I hear you. And you know what? You're not the only person in this place who wants to find him. So if I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
And I'm not particularly interested in hearing about the first attack, but you probably are.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
Just because it'll give a little bit of insight.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
The mercs?
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Sarif is not pleased.
And finally, the motive. Let's see if I can get his epicness down. I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after. No, I can't do the epic voice. His voice is just too epic for me.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Sarif is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
Okay, thank you very much for the information.
I'm gonna find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you.
I'm gonna find them.
And just so you know,
I'm gonna
when
get
you
them,
do,
get them.
I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later, then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
Night. Don't drink and fly. Ooh, yes, there is a door over here. Just for some Easter egg little stuff. Not really Easter egg. It's not significant enough for an Easter egg. Down here. It's more like some interesting stuff. I took a wrong turn. And some little goodies. Don't try and jump down there, you'll die. Unless you have the Icarus landing system. In which case, no, you won't die. But looky here. We has credit ship, 200 credits, and pocket secretary. And to Brian Tyndall from M. Gilmore. You're gonna find out what that little email is about soon enough, right after we speak with Sarif, because we're going to talk to Tyndall. Well, wait, no. We're talking to either Tyndall or Gilmore. We're talking to one of them. And that's the important thing. We'll find out what it is we're talking about.
I think it's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly. Like it's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
People seem to think we're hiding something.
Only because Eliza Kazan keeps spinning it that way. Seriously, it used to be that when David talked, all of Detroit listened. What happened?
What happened is that David made too many promises he couldn't keep. 20 years ago, Detroit was on its last legs, remember? And Sarif Industries promised to pick it back up.
Oh, like one company and one man can do that by himself. They're a bunch of ungrateful hacks, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's usually how the world works. It's a pretty accurate representation. And
For a second, he was with Purity first.
hello, Pritchard.
Well, well. If it isn't Attila the Hun, fresh from the killing fields.
You sound
If
jealous.
this is about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Yeah, and you could be less of a prick. Ooh, those will be useful. You remember me telling you about nuke virus software and stop worm software, that sort of stuff? Right. We're going to the lift right now. To talk to Mr. Sarif. Haha, a Gates and Jobs reference. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure if I started up a company, I would name it after myself, like David Sarif and Sarif Industries. I think it's kind of a vain thing to do.
He might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile.
That's a good rule to follow.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him at Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Can't hurt to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that all of these responses, no matter what, you'll always be told off. Redirect, gamble. Yeah, let's go with
I'm
gamble.
hoping it'll pay off for us later. Sanders was furious when he found out his hacker was augmented. He's not gonna rest till he finds out who set him up.
Oh, and you're naive enough to think he'll share the information when he gets it. I thought you were ready for this, Adam.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, 'cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe somebody is offering more. What do you want me to do, boss?
Maybe someone else is offering more.
I just said that.
So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Acknowledge.
You got it.
Okay, so, we can either do that, or we can bugger off down to our office, because, we're gonna get a little announcement over the tannoy in a second. Well, I say a second, once we reach the floor. The correct floor. It's not the bottom floor, because the lift doesn't go down to the bottom floor for some reason.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office.
Ah, came sooner than I expected. Why couldn't it have dropped me off on that floor? Okay, stairs. This is a poorly designed building. I would have put the lift right there. Right next to the stairs. It makes more sense in my mind. I have a nice office. Anywho. Okay. So we can talk to him in a second. But first, let's get some of this stuff. Pocket secretary with the password to our computer. Right. Bottle of wine. Don't want the bottle of wine. Anything else? I could swear there were credits lying around somewhere. Anyway. That password is Mandrake. Apparently you can plug those little keypads into your remote to use well, to sort of work with this keyboard. Oops. Backspace. Sorry, typing and talking out loud, that generally ends up in me typing what I was talking about. Doesn't end up well. So this is the guy who's trying to repay us. So we can just go and talk to him. That's another side mission. We're on 3rd floor condo on Brooklyn Court. You can find the entrance behind the 2nd Street gas station. Cool. And then before we talk to this guy,
Jensen, glad to see ya.
we're just going to use that code we literally just got to go in here and steal some stuff. He's not going to need it. Probably. He's not going to need the money. And there we go. Micah Pine. Who the hell is Micah Pine? Wait, Office 27, right? Where there are no numbers.
I'm just saying, if Megan had made her presentation in Washington, the UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions. We don't know that for sure. And if they had
Cal Lopez. Ah, it's on the other floor, isn't it? It's not really significant. It's just the code lets us into these rooms where we can nick some useful stuff. Instead, we'll just talk to this
Jensen,
guy.
Glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
Okay, do you guys want to hear about it? You want to hear about... Okay, yeah, you do.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You'd need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
Neuropozyne? What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
Huh. He was giving it away for free. Anyway, quest details. If you ask about the reward, kind of treats you like you're some sort of a hustling dick, basically. And then you can ask for the task.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
Either that, or I just remember the password from a previous playthrough. Let's accept.
Alright. Tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Okay, so, if you're wondering about the reward, I believe he gives you a silencer attachment for, it attaches to a few guns, not all of them. I believe it attaches to the pistol and the combat rifle. Where are those stairs? There are the toilets. I don't need the toilet. There are the stairs. Okay. And yeah, it can be useful if you're gonna go a bit more silent in these missions. Anyway. Is it this? Nope.